All right, this is example 3. In example 3, notice I have 3 equations this time instead of just 2, but it's asking about true or false. I don't see a keyword of compare, but that should be the idea that you're doing. So first of all, you're going to the calculator and you're typing them in. Control divide, remember, is your fraction. Negative 3 over 4 x squared plus 6. Enter. Hit tab to type the second one. Negative 2x squared minus 5. Enter. You can see it down there, barely. And then tab. Sometimes you may have to hit escape. Tab. Control divide. 1 over 4. Oh, that is not 4. X squared plus 1. Enter. So here's my 3 graphs. So the first answer choice says the graphs of 2 of these functions have a minimum point. Remember, minimum is a very bottom point. Only one of them has a very bottom. This has a very top. That's a maximum and a maximum. So that's false. There are not 2 with a minimum. The graph of all of these functions have the same axis of symmetry. Remember, axis of symmetry is the line that cuts the graph in half, or if you took scissors, you could cut it in half, and it's the same on both sides. So that line goes straight down the middle here. It's the y-axis. It would cut this one in half. It would cut this one in half and this one in half. So that's true. They all do have the same axis of symmetry. The graphs of 2 of these functions do not cross the x-axis. That is also true. This one does not cross the x-axis, and that one does not cross the x-axis. Why is there 2 true answers? The graphs of all of these functions have different y-intercepts. Different, and different. True. So this is the case where you have to put true and false next to all of them, because the correct answer was the false statement, because they asked which one was false and not which one was true. So be careful. Again, going through the test looking for true or false, or the word not somewhere in the test is a good test taking skill when you're finished with your test. Double check you answered it. Okay, here's one for you to try on your own. So when you see this question, there are 4 equations. So I've already graphed them to save a little bit of time. And I labeled which color they are on the graph, so I know. So you're going to have some paper in front of you when you take your test. It is online, but you still may want to write a few things like this down to keep yourself organized. Which of the following statements is true? So this time we're looking for the true about these graphs. The graphs are congruent. Congruent means equal. They're exactly the same size and the same shape. Same shape, same size. And they open downward. Well, all of these open upward, so that's false. Okay, they do look all congruent. They're all the same shape and same size. The graphs open upward. That's true. We just said they all opened upward and are symmetrical about the y-axis, meaning the axis of symmetry is the y-axis. That's true. The graphs are congruent. We said they were congruent and listed from narrowest to widest. No, they're all the same. If they're congruent, they're not narrow or wider than each other. The graph opens downward. It does not open downward, so that's false. So the correct answer you should have got was B.